and welcome to In Your Face from SBC Nation. I'm Thomas Mercurio, along with my partners Tyler Kading and Hayden Matthews. The first topic that Hayden and Tyler will be arguing is about should Andrew Luck be the highest paid player in the NFL?
There's no doubt in my mind he should be the highest paid player in the NFL. He's already a top 3, top 5 quarterback at his very young age, going right off of his rookie contract. Still hasn't reached his peak, hasn't reached anywhere near his peak, with wide receivers that would want to come to play with one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Eventually, that contract is going to look cheap, especially looking at how the cap could be rising, as it has been in other sports and as it's projected to steadily rise. That contract near the end of it, when you're paying an average salary for one of the best quarterbacks in the league, is going to be one of the best contracts in history.
No, I get it that the salary cap is going to raise, but I don't even think Andrew Luck is top 3 right now. I don't even have him in my top 5 for this year or next year. I don't see him getting any better. I think he's already had his best season. He's just going to be he's going to be injury prone. I mean, I see Blake Bortles becoming good. Cam Newton, as long as he can stay healthy, he's going to be the best quarterback.
So you're saying Blake Bortles is going to be as good as Andrew Luck, if not better?
Better.
You're going to say Blake Bortles is going to be better than Andrew Luck?
Yes. Yep.
Thank you. Okay, and the next one will be those two are going to be arguing on one of the bigger controversial topics: Dwayne Wade moving from Miami, where he spent 13 seasons, back to his hometown of Chicago. Do you guys think Dwayne Wade moving to Chicago was a good move?
No, I don't. It's a bad move for Chicago, and it's a bad move for Dwayne Wade. If Dwayne Wade goes to the Denver Nuggets, he gets to play with a younger, more athletic team where he will be the guy. He'll get to run offense with Emmanuel Mudiay, and everyone's gonna up and come. He's gonna make Emmanuel Mudiay better. He's gonna make Denver better. He would be making more money, which is part of the reason he left Miami. If he goes to Denver, I think he can have a better end to his career. And I honestly think if Dwayne Wade went to Denver, Denver could be a top 5 playoff team in the Western Conference because Oklahoma City is on the downfall, and I honestly think LA, the Clippers, are also going down.
Denver? Really? Okay, the Bulls have already an established star in place in Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler will work with Dwayne Wade. Since Dwayne Wade is getting older, he probably doesn't have the ability to be the man anymore, and I think that with Jimmy Butler's help, he will be a great complementary player, and also he's coming home. He's coming to his home. Like all these years, LeBron was like regretting. I mean, he knew he wanted to go to Miami, but he knew he wanted to come home, just like Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, it was his dream to play for the Bulls forever since he was born, because he's from near Chicago, and if he works with Jimmy Butler, the Bulls can actually be a solid playoff team and definitely better than the Denver Nuggets.
Dream this, dream that. Chicago, Chicago, Chicago. No, if you go to Denver, you can go and play with one of the most up-and-coming players. You say, oh, well, Jimmy Butler's already there. Yes, he does. Emmanuel Mudiay, if Dwayne Wade went to the Denver Nuggets, Emmanuel Mudiay would be an all-star.
He's old. He's not for up-and-coming now. He's up for people who can win right now, and that's Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, so Jimmy Butler, what are the Bulls going to do, lose?
What? Why?
The Bulls are bad. In order to win in this NBA, you need to be able to go fast, and you need to be able to shoot the three-point shot.
They just got Rajon Rondo, who's great in transition, and he will lead their offense really well, and he can facilitate it great. So
Emmanuel Mudiay is a younger version of Rajon Rondo who can shoot. The Denver Nuggets will be able to run the court. They're going to use the high altitude in Denver against other teams. They can shoot the 3-ball. All that stuff. It would have made sense for Dwayne Wade to go to the Denver Nuggets. I agree it wasn't working in Miami, and he wants to go play for his hometown team. I get it, but he would have made more money in Denver, which is part of the reason he left the Heat. He would have made more money. He would have played with a better team, who has a better fit for him, because he's gonna be splitting the ball with Rondo and Butler, whereas him and Emmanuel Mudiay will be running the offense. All right, and now we're gonna argue about how is Pete Rose deserving of the Hall of Fame?
Yes, he is. If you think about what he got suspended, what he got banned for, betting. Does betting give you a competitive advantage? Steroids gives you a competitive advantage against opponents. Bonds should not be in the Hall of Fame. McGuire, Sosa, they should not be in the Hall of Fame. Sosa corking his bat, that gives you a competitive advantage. What advantage does betting give you besides a better will to win? Which is essentially what he wanted. He wanted to have more incentive for him to make his teams win when he was manager. When doing that, if you bet against your team, that's something because you don't give yourself the incentive to win. But why? What's wrong with giving yourself a better incentive to win? That's what I don't understand.
That he knew it was against the rules and he still did it. Like, if he wants to be in the Hall of Fame, like, he regrets it now. But it was his decision. He made a stupid decision, and that's what baseball thinks, and that's what they're always gonna think.
I get it's against the rules, but the rule is terrible. If you think about guys like, if you look back at the Black Sox scandal in 1917, or whatever, 1919, they got suspended and they got banned, and rightfully so, because they bet on the Reds. This is a completely different scenario. Pete Rose, as a Red, betting on the Reds, doesn't help his team lose, and it doesn't really do anything besides giving himself an incentive to win, and he's not even the one playing. He's the one managing. If having more money on the line changes you as a manager, I think that makes you a better manager.
Okay, and that we'll wrap it up now for In Your Face on SBC Nation.